Is it getting harder or easier to write satire? You have some figures who can be considered kind of satirical in
Hmm.
and there is an absurdism running loose in the world. Um, is it easier to make satire believable, or is it harder to reach out and even satirize something at all?
Yeah, it's probably easy to write easy satire
Mm-hmm.
because it's, man, is it low hanging fruit. Um, it's just there for the picking. Um, to write satire that really digs into the guts of things and also that digs into the human heart, the emotional life of what's going on. I mean, that's as hard as ever, I think. I mean, I find it hard.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, so the easy satire, yeah, you can just roll out of bed in the morning and, you know, that wouldn't be so hard. But to really make it do some work, to keep peeling back the layers, to look at the cost of, you know, the absurdity, of our national life. I mean, that's a different proposition. And that's the goal I set myself for. Um, I mean, Michael, I think that I just write realism, straight up American realism.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really don't think Billy Lynn is satire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, maybe a few things are pushed a little bit, into hyperbole, but so much that has happened in American life before the publication of that book, and certainly after the publication of that book, it doesn't seem, exaggerated to me. And I've got a novel coming out next year called Rasputin Swims the Potomac.
Oh, good. I was
And
going to ask what's next.
yeah, it's very much of the here and now and deals with politics
Mm-hmm.
and Trump running for a third term. And it's an absolute batshit crazy book. And I guess you could read it as satire, but I just consider it straight up realism. So maybe there's a point where satire, a certain kind of satire, is just realism.
I don't think that I don't think that I would require it to be something that I hadn't heard from somebody, like out of somebody's mouth. I think just maybe the juxtaposition, the situational juxtaposition of things in some way can lend that. Um, but yeah, there's definitely nothing that I had not heard from people in Billy Lynn. Um, so Rasputin swims the Potomac right, in your that one's coming up next. That's next a yearish out or so.
It's late April or early May of 2026.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
it's like in the publication pipeline. And so,
okay.
I'm starting to stalk the next one and I'm
Hmm.
writing some short stories while I'm doing that.
Um, that sounds great. Do you writing some short stories? Are you exploring some of these things that just don't go anywhere? A lot of times, how much of these examinations that you're getting into in these stories? You mentioned having several early novels in the drawer, but how much is that still like just kind of trying stuff out and then moving on?
Yeah. I don't I hardly ever think about that old stuff.
Hmm.
And and I don't think about the stuff I've published
Hmm.
much unless there's an occasion to.